All right, so quick question. When was the last time you actually bought something because of a review email? Not adding a discount, not adding any urgency, just literally just a review email. Most brands in this area either don't send review emails at all or send the worst ones possible. And that's wild because review emails are some of the highest converting emails you can send. And in this video, I'm going to show you 3 review email frameworks you can straight up steal for 2026. 2, why most brands collect reviews but never turn them into revenue. Number 3, and how to let your customers do the selling for you. No theory, just real examples and what actually makes them work. So let's get into it. So by the end of this video, you will be able to steal these 3 proven email frameworks that drive sales. You'll learn what makes a good review and even how to make money from boring reviews and know how to start letting your customers sell for you. So why should you listen to me? So I'm Daniel, head of retention at Hayes Media, and I've spent the past 5 years plus scaling 7, 8, 9-figure e-commerce brands with email marketing. We also use SMS marketing, and now we use it as retention as a whole to scale through improving LTV objectives and targets year over year. You can see an example of this here, where from November till today, December the 19th, we're up around 19% versus previous year. Attributed revenue from email is at just under 35%, and we're just at over $500,000 coming from there. Another thing I wanted to show here was the review request, which is a flow. And here you can see we've got a $0.24 revenue per recipient, and revenue coming from the review request flow. This is an additional on top of our post purchase, our cross sells or upsells. This is a flow by itself that's generating revenue just by sending review requests. So why should you be sending review emails? Really, there's 3 simple reasons why you should be doing this. 1 is trust. People trust strangers on the internet more than your marketing team. Okay. 2 is objections. A good review tends to kill hesitation better than a discount code. And 3 is speed. It's literally the highest converting content you don't even have to write, and it does it faster than any promo ever will. You didn't write it, you didn't design it, and it still outperforms half your campaigns. That's leverage, but only if you use reviews the right way. So here's a first example. Notice what they don't do, right? They're not talking about features. They're not talking about specs. They're not talking about materials. These guys, literally the headline is selling the outcome here. In this case, we've got thousands of pet parents seeing real results. Here we're saying 1.5K plus 5-star reviews, and the one delivers results that parents and their puppies can't stop raving about. And here you can see, some of the different things around like playing like puppies. My senior dogs are playing like puppies. Here's, around the dog's constant scratching. There's no more scratching. So here that, they're just selling the outcome and rather than pushing the features and benefits of the product. At least with clever branding, right? They've clearly got the copywriter up to speed with how they want to speak because, they're using things that are related to their brand. In this case, they're saying the results work for themselves. It immediately signals, the brand's playful personality, making it stand out from normal dry corporate emails. It uses problem solution reviews. So what I was saying earlier around being able to, sell the outcome in your headlines and in your reviews, you can do that very easily by just highlighting the problem and then instantly highlighting the solution and having it come from the customer's mouth. So also future paces the customer. The copy, your dog's transformation story could be next, shifts the focus away from the now into the future and what the reader's result is going to be, which actually creates a desire to buy. And as you can see, that's when they added the CTA. It also stacks authority. Straight at the bottom here, you have some media logos like HuffPost, BuzzFeed, the New York Times, CBS News, and Forbes, all basically news outlets that people trust. And it also helps remove skepticism. So if you're going to recreate something like this, there's 2 things, right? And I suggest you doing. Have one promise and then have multiple reviews proving it. For example, if your headline says something like beat the afternoon slump and you're trying to sell like nutrition energy bars, then every single review from, leading off of your headline better mention energy. And if it doesn't, then the email is going to feel slightly off, even if the reviews are really good. And this is how reviews actually convert. So how do we turn boring reviews into sales? Like this one is actually one of my favorites. And, this review in this case doesn't have any text. It's just 5 stars. And most brands would ignore something like this. Instead, these guys, they leaned into it and they turn it into a bit of a joke. In this case, they say they were so shocked, they didn't even have to say anything. All right. And now you've got curiosity, humor, and proof. Even in this case where you'd be like, oh, that review is pointless, it actually becomes a reason to click for them to find out more about your product. And the lesson here is very simple. You don't need perfect reviews. You just need perspective. So here's the next one, which I mentioned earlier about, having the headline leading on to what your reviews are talking about. So here we're saying the solution being be the afternoon slump. And then you have all of your reviews talking about the energy and how people are getting more energy from this product. Okay. This brand isn't just dropping text testimonials in the wall as well. They're actually matching the reviews to photos, which is really nice. And then here you'll have lifestyle imagery where you see someone sleeping, someone riding, their basically bike here. Yeah, this is a bike. And then also someone working, right? So it's almost like this guy here is living the result. This guy is having his sleep. And then this guy is also working. And it's like almost touching on every single part of that person's lifestyle. And again, in this case, it's their target audience's lifestyle. So it really speaks to the customer, not just with the copy, but also with the imagery. And that combo really matters because text alone feels quite abstract. Photos alone feel very staged. But when you have them together, they feel true. And then right at the bottom, they're making buying feel safe by reminding them of their brand promises. You have a trial reminder, easy returns, and no risk with a 5-year warranty, which makes the buying feel safe. Okay. And that last bit here is where you remove any final excuse for them to go and browse your website and finally make a purchase. Okay, so just to summarize, a big mistake, and I want to just highlight this at the end of the video so that you can walk away with something. And if you really didn't get anything else from the other parts, the other emails that I showcased, then let this mistake be something that you guys avoid doing. And this big mistake is where most people mess up. They treat reviews like, look, people like us. Hey, look at us. And I believe that formula, that framework is too weak in today's world. Strong review emails pick a problem, they pick a result, and they stack proof around that one thing. And that's it. No clutter, no trying to say everything, just one clear reason to buy. So that leads me on to this. If you're watching this video and thinking, yeah, we're not doing that properly, you may be right. You might be leaving money on the table. And at Hays, we build full retention systems for 7, 8-figure and even 9-figure brands. Not just emails, actual revenue engines, pre and post purchase. And if you want to know your email program, if it's leaking money in certain areas, we're actually offering free audits right now, and you can book one below in the description. We'll show you exactly what to fix, what's already working, and we'll put together an action plan that you can implement yourself if you choose not to work with us. From this video, steal the frameworks, steal the revenue, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.